This young girl's dream is to become a prostitute. Looking at the old prostitute on the bed dressed in black silk and charming, Anna's heart was full of envy. She wanted to live like that. She wanted to be held in the hands of men. When no one was around, Anna used to take out the prostitute's objects and play with them, to feel what it would be like to be a prostitute. After all, her mother was a prostitute. Her mother's mother was also a prostitute. She was taught that. It makes sense that Anna would think this way. In a sense, it was a traditional part of their family business. Anna had been aware of what she was going to do since she was a child, although living in a filthy environment. But Anna's heart was very simple and kind. Her mother was a poisonous woman. She saw that the second child was a boy. She was furious. She wouldn't even take care of the baby, because the boy can't be a whore, can't make money for her own retirement. So the job of taking care of her brother fell to Anna. The kind-hearted Anna never complained, even when her mother insulted her at the drop of a hat. That day a man named John came to the tavern. He is a professional photographer. The reason why he came to the tavern is to find Anna's mother to take artistic portraits. Although the character is not good, but Anna's mother's beauty is undeniable. Anna was so impressed that she asked John to take one for herself. John agreed to do so, but he did not know that the 14-year-old girl had already been in love with him. A 14-year-old girl is bidding for her first night. She changes into a white wedding dress. She is paraded among the men on a float. The girl is then placed on a table and waits quietly for the customer to make a bid. But before that, she has fallen in love with John, a photographer in his 30s. In order to leave her first night to him, Anna does everything she can, the brothel, to learn the same thing to use on John. But John only thinks of Anna as a sister. Whenever Anna talks about sex, John is all sorts of perfunctory. To attract John's attention, Anna finds red stockings. When John took pictures of his mother, she always learned to pose some sexy poses. But John only wanted to take his own pictures. There was no time to see the view of the girl. Bored Anna can only take out John's negatives to play with. Now John is completely anxious. This is his most precious thing. He slapped Anna hard. Seeing John so angry, Anna sad and afraid to cry. John realized he hit a little hard and rushed to apologize to Anna. But that's not what Anna was angry about. It was that the other man never saw himself as a woman, even focus on the mother. From Anna's words, John sensed that she had different feelings for him, but she was just a child. John politely expressed his refusal. Soon it was the day of the auction for Anna's first night. She was very popular among the hungry wolves. Soon the greasy uncle to the high price of the auction. The 14-year-old girl never thought her first night would be given to an older man more than 30 years older than her. Looking at the slowly approaching greasy uncle, Anna's heart is very nervous. Unfortunately, her first night had already been bought. There was no chance of resistance. With a lot of moaning, Anna became a real woman. She also became the head of the tavern. She was happy to be in the company of prostitutes. Seeing that someone had taken over, her mother also began to pursue her own happiness. She and the man who came to the tavern before the trouble to go away. Before leaving, her mother asked Anna if she wanted to leave with her. Anna shook her head, because here is her beloved John. Slowly, not only does Anna's relationship with the prostitute grow, her relationship with John also grows. The kind-hearted Anna never understands racial differences. She can play well with any race, but this violates the rules of the brothel. Anna is severely beaten. After this, Anna is determined to leave the brothel. This place was not as nice as she thought it was. If she stayed here any longer, her life would be in danger. But where else could she go? With no home to return to, Anna had to go to John. Looking at the poor girl, do not want to accept that John also soft heart. The two thus began to live together. It was just as everyone thought. John finally could not resist Anna's temptation. The two had a substantial relationship. The relationship also took a quantum leap. It was to the point where they were talking about getting married. The incestuous marriage was not blessed. Not many people came to the wedding, but both were happy that they had found true love. For a 14-year-old girl, does she really understand what love is? The film ends abruptly in the middle of a romantic wedding. Anyway, let's wish them happiness.